Hunters, we just got the announcement for Monster Hunter Stories 3 at a Nintendo Direct of all things, which made me think that it was going to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive, and I was going to be so frustrated that I was going to have to buy a Switch 2, but no, it's coming out for Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam PC, so we're in business. With that being said, if you're clicking on this, I assume that you already watched the trailer, but if not, I'm gonna play the trailer in its entirety at the end of this video, so you can skip to this time code if you'd like, and then come back to the beginning of this video and watch the breakdown, because I want to get into the gritty details and see what I can spot in this trailer. So let's get into it, Hunters. So in this opening shot, we've got two hunters, or two agents of the crown, wearing puke armor, and then back in the back, I can't tell what the armor is on the right or the outfit is on the right, and then the person on the left kind of looks like they have the pants of like a Knight of Elgato, but with like purple on the top. Actually, it looks even more similar to the basic leather set, so I'm assuming this is just, you know, the basic armor for this knight class of hunters. And they're obviously hiking through some crystalline structures, which obviously is going to be the effect of the new Elder Dragon for this game. Then we get this sick shot of the lady that was wearing the pants, like I said, from the Knights of Elgato is what it looks like to me, because if you look at Fiorane, it looks very similar, but I do not know what this top is, maybe like a customized Jaggy. But then if we look farther back, we see a red egg in a crystalline sphere with crystals all around it, and this is a Rathalos egg. They obviously crack it open, as you do, and lo and behold, yes, Rathalos egg. Then we get this awesome shot of our main character, and it looks like maybe their handler, or maybe just a friend, sprinting as fast as they can with smiles on their faces. I'm not sure what the handler or friend is wearing, but the hunter in front is wearing something that looks similar to Kyle from Monster Hunter Stories 2, but like customized to be like his kingdom. If you look closely here, you can see a crest on his shoulder that is clearly his kingdom. We'll see a better shot of this later. They sprint and jump off the cliff, which is really cool. I hope this is actually like a gameplay mechanic now, where we can jump off a cliff and then whistle to call our monsties. But Rathalos comes and saves him, and Legiana is ridden by the other hunter or handler. And they fly off into the distance towards a kingdom. But what this is showing me is that now riders are not just like this outcast class of like hidden people in the woods. It looks like society has accepted riders, and now it's like a whole kingdom of riders, or at least a kingdom that accepts riders and has hunters and riders like working together to build a better society. But what a cool establishing shot. This is so cool. I can't wait to explore this kingdom. And then our character says our ignorance is proving fatal. The encroachment threatens to drive our people out of house and home. And as he says that, we get a shot of the two ladies from the opening scene, but this time from the front. We can see that they're both wearing like gas masks, so I guess this crystalline blight that is attacking everything and crystallizing monsters solid is something that maybe like gets breathed in and then crystallizes you from the inside out. But the lady up front in her purple outfit looks to be not Jaggy, but some kind of like custom royal outfit. Maybe this necklace is a kinship stone, but here we can see a bunch of Velociprey frozen solid by the crystal attack. But then our hunter says this divide has brought our two kingdoms to the brink of war, which solidifies what I was saying before. Look at all these riders. This is like a kingdom of rider knights, each equipped with a halberd following some purple Ankylosaurus looking small monster maybe, that are like running in a herd. I don't know that monster just based on this visual. And then we get these crazy shots of a whole battalion of Monstie riders and a general like giving the order to shoot a giant ballista. Crazy that there's actual like Monstie wars going on. And it's Monster Hunter, so it can't just be a ballista that's a bow, even though that's what it looks like. It's gotta be a bow gun. And this is pretty interesting. Someone says, and you are the sole Rathalos rider in Azuria. First of all, why is being a Rathalos rider significant? Is it just because all the heroes in the past, like Red and our character in Monster Hunter Stories 2 were Rathalos riders? Maybe because the Wings of Ruin in Monster Hunter Stories 2? So culturally, they've given them like more significance? Or is it because there's always like a Wings of Ruin Rathalos that is used as kind of like a nuke or, you know, deterrent for mutually assured destruction between two kingdoms? Also, if this kingdom is called Azuria and they're wearing blue armor, and then later on we'll see that the other hunters are wearing red armor, does that mean it's going to be like Rubia or like a different like red themed kingdom? I think so. It's like a red versus blue kingdom battle. But he's flying towards some burning tower right now. And then we get a shot of some knights shooting burning arrows, chasing the Legiana and possibly the rider from earlier in the trailer. So is this the enemy army? And here is the red themed kingdom that I was talking about before, but this lady has a similar looking gem around her neck to the lady in the beginning. So are they kinship stones, or are they like a significant stone, or is this lady the same lady from the beginning of the trailer? It looks like the pattern is different. It's definitely a different necklace because she's got like a collar and gold and all this stuff, but the gems do look similar, not exactly the same though. But her armor looks sick, I want it. And she's saying her people have been driven to a corner and the point of no return is looming before her. Is this just because of the crystals? Maybe the crystals are encroaching on all the monsters' territory, so then the monsters are attacking the kingdoms, like we see with this Ragna Kadaki just absolutely coming in and being a terrifying menace. This is something I love about Monster Hunter, is that they don't shy away from monsters being like monsters, these giant animals that come in, and if they decide to burn your village, it will be a calamity, as we see here. That's terrifying. But this next shot maybe implies that this hunter in the Puke armor was riding the Ragna Kadaki and attacking the village or kingdom. That would be crazy. I'm trying to cross-reference really quick. If you look at the shield in the back, this looks like her kingdom's crest, which you also see here on the Puke armor rider's chest. And if we look back here to the beginning of the trailer, at first I thought these were different symbols, but now it looks like they are just like different colorations of the same symbol. So this is all the same kingdom's crest. So this girl is definitely from our same kingdom. So the only possible look at the other kingdom we've had is these knights, but this also could be our kingdom. It's really cool to basically have Fire Emblem Monster Hunter now. Also, something that I missed the first pass through is that there's no Naviru and no mention of Naviru. That would be really cool if the other companion is just our Naviru now and it's a lot more mature. Everything seems more mature in this game, which is sick. Also, I love shots like these, like running, happily jumping off cliffs. That's what I try to capture in all of my vlogs. I love it when games have this kind of feeling. Also, I just love the art style of Monster Hunter Stories. They have nailed the perfect blend of like anime and, you know, realistic style graphics, and I just love it. I think it looks gorgeous. But also something in this shot that I didn't mention earlier was that you can see the kinship stone built into the glove of our hunter. That's a really cool design, and leans into the more like official nature of like you're a guild knight hunter that is going out and doing service for the kingdom. Such a cool concept. And then we get a heroic walk into the throne room by our hunter saying, "I can't afford not to go." That's right. Then we get a series of explosions and a shot of our hunter riding Ratha. And then in this shot, we get a view of the crest on his other shoulder, and it looks to be like maybe the official rider's crest, because it looks like the wings with like maybe a kinship stone in the middle. And our hunter says, "I crossed the meridian," and keep going. What's the meridian? Is that like the line between the two kingdoms or something? And I said Ratha because he calls the Rathalos Ratha. So I'm assuming this is not like a Ratha that's living this long. It's probably just what they traditionally name the maybe Wings of Ruin Rathalos, or just whatever Rathalos is protecting the kingdom. And then we get this sick shot of a Magnamalo. And he said it won't be for long. So does that mean that this lady is not from the Warring Kingdom and she's just wearing red? Because it looks like he's saying like, hey, I'll be gone, but not for long, to this lady. Either way, this Magnamalo looks amazing. And then we get the title card, Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection. And then we get the reveal that it's not just one Rathalos in this egg, it's two. And it's called a Twisted Reflection because they both have like one longer horn on either side of their heads. I wonder how that's gonna affect the story. But Monster Hunter Stories 3 is coming to all platforms in 2026. I am super excited for that, and I'm definitely gonna have to play through the other 2 games on PC this time because I only played one on mobile, then one on Switch, and I've never played them on PC, so I'm excited to go through those 2 before this launches. So that's everything I could spot in the trailer and a little speculation for you. Monster Hunter Stories is obviously like Monster Hunter and Capcom's answer to Pokemon, but I genuinely believe that it's doing everything better than Pokemon lately, especially as an adult, because I want to raise monsters and I want to appreciate monsters and like work together with them, but it seems like Monster Hunter Stories leans more into the realism of it, and it's even going like, hey, you know how Pokemon like references all these wars and stuff? We're gonna put you in the middle of them so you can see what like a monster rider war would be like. This is so cool. I love that there's like stakes and tension and danger, but still like the kinship and the happiness and the brightness of Monster Hunter Stories. I'm so excited for this game, and I did not expect to see this in the Nintendo Direct this morning. But let me know if there's something that you spotted that I missed in this, and let me know if you think that my speculation is way off base, or if you think something else, you have a different theory. I wonder when this is set. I'm assuming this is set way after Monster Hunter Stories 2 because like the founding of some kingdoms of riders is not something that we've seen in the Monster Hunter Stories or Monster Hunter universe yet. We've only had like villages. Special thanks to my channel members for supporting my channel, especially Superwoman for being a G-rank channel member. Please like this video if you guys liked it. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and until next time, I'll leave you with the trailer so you can watch this all the way through, and then I'll see you out there, hunters.
Is proving fatal. The encroachment threatens to drive our people out of house and home. But this divide has brought our 2 kingdoms to the brink of war.
And you are the sole Rathalos rider in Azuria.
My people have been driven into a corner, and the point of no return is looming before us.
Can't afford not to go. I cross the meridian, keep going. Won't be for long.
I can hear them. 2 sounds. Overlapping each other.